Your best fighter against ours. What would you say to that?
No way. I want the bitch who fixed Julie up, and that's you, Maxwell.
All right. If your side wins, I'll fight you.
You for real?
Yes.
We pick anyone we want from our gang.
And so will we. Well?
Catching your cellmate, Maxwell. Her name's Jones. Make sure she knows how things are run around here and not to cause any trouble.
Hello, I'm Kath Maxwell. Come in and get yourself settled. I'm sure we're going to be very good friends.
We've talked it over and we're going to get married as soon as we can, inside the prison.
You what? But that's absurd. You have to get a marriage license to begin with, and by the time that comes through, you would have come to your senses.
I did all that when we got engaged. The license will be through in a couple of days and there's nothing that'll stop us.
Just a big dumb kid, really. I don't know what good she's going to do us against Connors.
Big dumb kid, eh? I'll tell you about that big dumb kid. A little while ago, one of the women in C Block decided to tear one of her comics. Just to see what Jones would say.
And?
The woman was in hospital for 6 months.
I see. Well, do you think that was such a good idea, then?
Oh, yes. Especially if she gets it into her head that it was Connor's. And I'm sure her best friend can convince her of that.
G'day, Kath.
Merle, I tried to stop her, but there was nothing I could do.
Who done it? Who done that to me, comic?
Rita Connors. She just wouldn't listen to me. Oh, no, you mustn't. She said she'd hurt me if I told on her.
But she done that to me, comic.
To get at me, Merle, she kept laughing while she was doing it and saying, Looney Jones will kill you for this.
Called me that name. Oh, Bama!
No!
Oh, Bama!
No, you mustn't. They'll lock you away by yourself and then Rita will come back and rip up all your comics.
I'll rip her to pieces, she did that.
Please, Merle. If you weren't here, I'd try to stop her and then she'd beat me up. She would.
No, I wouldn't let her hurt you, Kathy, me mate. She shouldn't have done that to me, comic.
No, she shouldn't have, and I promise you she won't get away with it. I'll think of a way you can punish her without the officers knowing. Then you won't get into trouble, all right?
Soon.
I promise. Now, come on. We'll try and fix up your book. You spread the pieces out on the bed there. I'll get some sticky tape.
It's one of me favourites. Oh, no, look. He's got a rip right across his belly. You wait, Rita Connors. I'll make you real sorry you touched my comic. Can we fix it?
We'll do our best. It's almost as good as new.
Gee, thanks.
G'day. Heard Roach got shifted. This your new flatmate?
Yes, Merle, this is Janet Williams.
G'day. Oh, you got stuck with Looney Jones.
Don't call me that! No, I
Stop it!
call me that!
No, Janet, stop! Stop it, Merle.
She shouldn't have called me that name.
I know, but Rita Connors made her, didn't she, Janet?
Why?
Because she's mad at you for being our friend. She's telling all the women that if they don't call you that, she's going to beat them up.
I'm gonna get her.
Yes, soon. But just now I have to talk to Janet, so you stay here and make sure we've taped that up properly, all right?
Okay. Sorry, Janet. I'll get her, I promise.
Yeah.
Well, that was intelligent, wasn't it? You nearly blew the whole damn thing.
But what, for God's sake?
The fight with Connors. She's perfect for it.
Hey, yeah. She'd be able to beat the... Oh, g'day, Mrs. M. How are you?
Maxwell, your husband's here to see you.
But I thought you...
Don't think. You work.
Right, Mrs. M.
You want to read a comic?
Yeah. Later.
Okay.
He hit you when you said you were going away?
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it? How situations can change people. You and Bob were always so close before this.
I bought you the money. It's in the covers of some of the books. The officer checked it in reception, but she didn't notice the thing.
Is there enough money left for a ticket to Perth? That's the price of your freedom, isn't it? A one-way ticket to Perth?
Oh, come on, Kath, that's hardly fair.
Of course it's not fair. What happened to our daughter wasn't fair. And I ended her agony and they put me in here, and that's not fair either. My God, you can't even begin to imagine the hatred in here. And the more I stand up for myself, the more like them I become. I don't want that, Alan, please. I need you. Just give me some hope that you'll be there for me and I can fight what I'm becoming. I'm begging you, Alan, please don't leave me.
It's just not that easy, Kath. I've made commitments to people in Perth. I have to go. I'm sorry. All right.
No.
I've been waiting for you.
Later, Janice.
No, now. I've got a bone to pick with you. Like, how come you're allowed 2 visits in one day by your old man? And like, how come if he dropped the gear off to you this morning...
Shut up, you little fool.
Look, I've got a right to know what's going on. We're supposed to be partners.
In there.
I'm not as dumb as some people reckon I am, you know.
All right, so it wasn't my husband who brought the coke in this morning. What the hell does it matter?
Who was it?
No names.
Suit yourself. But the next time you want to load a gear off my sister, I might have a bit of trouble getting her to produce. If you catch my drift.
I've got Joan Ferguson on side.
Bloody hell!
And you make damn sure she doesn't find out you know.
That's why you picked the fight with Rita, isn't it? Because you knew we were getting loony in. Hey, with the freak backing us, we'll be able to get every Sheila in the place on side.
For God's sake, will you shut up and listen? She's getting inside information. If she so much as suspects we've told anyone, we're finished.
Yeah, right. But bloody hell, we're going to end up running the joint.
I'm trying not to let it get under your skin. I want to set a time and place for the fight.
Name it.
This afternoon's exercise period, behind the garden shed.
Suits me. Hey, Maxwell. Who do I get to do me exercising with?
Merle Jones.
Bloody hell! Jeez, I knew she had something up her sleeve.
What's the problem?
I've seen her take on 3 Sheilas at once when they got her right.
Yeah, but only when she's needled. I'll make the first few count. It's all about.
Jeez. Look at it. Stinking Rita Connors.
Final mighty blow. Future man felled the fearsome Trigon.
Bam! Pow!
And so retrieved the key that meant freedom for his friends.
Oh, wow, Kath, no one's ever read that all the way through before.
You know, I think this story's about to come true.
How do you mean?
Well, there's the evil Trigon who's just like Rita Connors, always hurting people. And then there's Future Man who's strong and kind, just like you. And the same way that Future Man saved his friends by fighting Trigon, you can save Janet and me by fighting Rita.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll have to beat them all. Because if you don't, all the women are going to have to do what Rita tells them.
And she's rotten. Don't worry, Kath. I'll get her for tearing me comic and being mean to me friends.
Good. We'll do it now, all right? Out on exercise.
G'day, Mrs. M. How's tricks? Oh, Mrs. Reynolds wants to see you, Jones.
What, now? Oh, yeah, Mrs. M, I've got to go and exercise.
No, you
Bam.
have to see the governor first. Come on.
Oh, jeez, Kath.
Oh, it's all right. You won't be long.
Now, what are we going to do?
Just hold things up until Merle can get there.
If Connors thinks we're trying to pull a Swiftie, she and that other walking skyscraper are going to spread us all over the veggie patch.
All right, get as many of our girls together as you can find. I'll wait for you in the rec room. We'll all go out there together.
Maybe they ain't gonna show.
Speak of the devil.
Where's Jones?
Governor's office. She'll be out soon.
She better be. Or it'll be you and me behind that shed kid killer. Unless any of you lot would rather stand in for it. What do you say, Vicky? You game? Well, what about you, Deb?
You heard what Kath said. She'll be here.
You hope. I'm not even going to ask the bucket rattler. You've got 10 minutes.
She's still on the phone.
For heaven's sakes, Jones.
Not fair. I ought to be outside.
Bloody hell, come on, what do we do?
No sign of the tank anywhere.
What, do we jump on or what?
Look, I think you better call this off to another time. She's going to kill you. Your time's up, Maxwell.
Well, Jones isn't here yet.
That makes it you and me.
But the deal was...
You got the guts to fight me or not?
Yes. You're damned right I have.
Lurch, you and Williams keep knit. The rest of you keep the screws occupied. And you come with me.
Take on Merle.
I'll take her on later if that's what you're worried about. It's you I want because of what you did to Julie. Fight with Looney wasn't my idea.
You've been on at me ever since I walked through those gates. Why?
You broke the rules.
Your rules, not mine.
They're rules we all have to live by. I'm top dog. I have to enforce them.
Regardless of whether people are guilty or not.
You step out of line, you get hit. Simple.
Not so.
Listen, lady, do you want to talk or fight? Just pretend I'm that kid of yours. You should romp it in. You have to do better than that. Had enough? Or do you want to go on playing this game? You just won't learn, will you? I really don't have the time to waste.
Next time, make sure you won't get up again. Got it?
I never make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, well, for your sake, I hope not. But I ain't done nothing. Can I go?
After we've had a chat, Merle.
Why?
Because I don't want you getting into trouble in H Block.
Not a troublemaker.
You do have a reputation for fighting.
Not my fault. I never started no fights, Mrs. Reynolds.
Yes, but you do finish them, don't you?
Yeah, but I can't help it. They get me real mad, calling me names and trying to trip me up. You get pretty sick of that, you know.
Yes, I know it's hard. Now I want you to try and ignore anyone who tries to upset you. Do you understand?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
Do you had any trouble since you've been moved down?
Oh, no, I've got a real nice cellmate now.
Well, I'm pleased you've made a friend so quickly.
Yeah, can I go now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I've cut your outside rec very short.
Told Kath I'd spend it with her.
Would you
Bye.
want Maxwell in as soon as
Yes,
you've taken
Susan.
Jones out?
Is Kath in trouble?
No, of course not. And remember, no trouble from you either.
Yeah, Tom, Mrs. Reynolds, right?
Hold on, Jones. You're not going outside.
But I gotta.
There's only 5 minutes to go. You can spend that time in the rec room.
But I gotta see Kath.
I am sorry, Mel. Now come along. You can go to your dorm or the rec room.
Damn blast.
Without the adjectives, please.
Weren't saying them at you, Mrs. M, honest. I'm no
Where's Maxwell and Williams?
Search me. I saw them arguing a while back.
Where?
Over there. Oh, what do you know? Looks like they've had a bit of a duster. Yeah, gee.
Just go inside, will you? Useless wimp. All that work on Vicky and Deb down the drain.
Shut up.
We're never going to get them offside now. Bitches scared them off good and
I
proper.
said shut up. She's just won this round, that's all.
Now, what's been going on? Kath fell over some stuff up there. Came a beaut.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
No thanks to Williams, I'd say.
What? I didn't do nothing.
Just move inside. Now, the governor wants to see you, Maxwell. You better get cleaned up first. I thought you had more intelligence than to brawl with anyone, especially Williams. What was the fight about? All right, if that's the way you want it. Maybe you better sit down. There's something quite different I want to talk to you about.
Thank you.
Your new cellmate, Merle Jones. I understand you get along well with her.
Yes?
She told you anything about herself?
No, nothing.
Well, it's not pretty. A history of abuse from infancy. Neglect, battering, molestation.
Her parents?
No, she spent all her life being shuffled between foster parents and orphanages. None of them positive moves, apparently.
I didn't realize. Is that why she's like she is?
I'm sure it's got a lot to do with it, especially her emotional instability. But because she's been moved around so much, her records are rather sketchy. Of course, her low IQ wouldn't have helped much. People can be very cruel, and she's certainly met her share.
And you think I can help?
By letting her know she has a friend, someone she can trust, yes.
Well,
I also
of course.
want you to keep her out of trouble.
Well, I don't see how I can do that. I mean, well, I do what I can, of course, but the teasing. She's upset so easily.
Yes, so the authorities have noticed. Any more violent attacks, and she'll be transferred to Ingleside.
The psychiatric. Oh, no.
I know it's a lot to ask, but she likes you, and I'm sure she'll listen to you. If you could just try and steer her away from any potential trouble and give her some of the support she needs, it mightn't come to that.
Look,
Of course, you wouldn't be held responsible if she does cause any more problems. But you're actually in a much better position than we are to help her.
As if Looney Jones gets carted off to the loony bin.
Obviously you don't.
Why should I? No one's done me any favours. You know your problem? There's still a soft spot in there. You'll never be a winner with that inside you.
And you are?
You're the one wearing the bruises, not me.
Get out.
Jeez, talk about uptight. Do yourself a favour, lady, and hit some of that coke. No, do me a favour.
I said get out. Now go.
Jeez, I can sure pick her.
Okay, geez, I'm real sorry I couldn't go out and bam corners. I tried, but they wouldn't let me.
It's all right, Mel.
But I'll let you down. I'm a bad friend.
Don't be silly. Of course you're not. You might have been caught, and then you would have been in trouble. We don't want that, do we?
But I don't mind getting into trouble for you.
Thanks, Mel. You see, you're a good friend.
Yeah, well, that's what mates are for. Anyway, I owe a bam for getting me comic rotten pig.
I'll make sure you can get even without getting into trouble. I promise.
Yeah?
So where's your great white leader? Still licking her wounds?
How would I know?
What's the matter? Joan's not coming up with the muscle you need?
What muscle? You Merle a bit of lip and she backs off like a scared pussycat.
Bug off. Give me gutter.
Stupid bloody nerds. I mean, why do they want to go backing it all on a loony for?
Doesn't pay to brag, Lex. You never know what's round the corner.
Oh, get off. I'm talking from experience. She came in while I was recording all that junk and ran off with her tail between her legs as soon as I told her to. Because the governor told her not to fight Lex. And it wasn't junk.
Bet you when you have your baby, you'll be telling it one of my stories.
Then you lose your money. My kid is going to be brought up with the cold, hard facts, just like me. None of this bloody princesses and fairies nonsense.
Gee, sometimes I wonder about you, Lex. You got to have your hopes and your dreams or you'll go batty.
Yeah, fly back to your cave, Lex. Oh, look out. Vampire's been let loose.
Oh, don't give bats a bad name, eh?
They can't be bats. Bats know when to hide.
Very good.
Oh, come on. We'll miss out on the food if we stand round too.
See? It's bloody win. Some for lightweights, eh? Nah, the heavyweights. Too much blubber on you for that. Miss me. Missed again, you great lunk.
Lex, cut that out and get over here.
Yeah, me and Looney are having a great time, aren't we, Looney? No, stop it. She's pregnant. Let her go. You'll kill her.
Calm down, it's okay. You've taught her a lesson, now leave her alone, all right? You're both even. You okay?
Stupid little bitch! Why don't you let up when you're told? She's stronger than an ox. I never thought we'd get her off. You could have been a goner, Lex.
Too bloody right, and you would have been if we hadn't been here. Now bloody well learn and think of the kid before you open your trap next time.
I done it. Mrs. R said not to, and I did.
What's happened?
Mrs. Reynolds gonna send me away, I know it.
Merle, what's happened?
That girl, the one that's preggers.
You hurt her?
No, she's all right, but I started to.
But you didn't. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
They'll tell that rotten Connors law.
No, no one lags. You know that.
Oh, sorry, geez, did I hurt you? Oh, look, what happened?
Oh, I bumped into the door.
Must have been a big bump. My bruises never show up for a day. Then I got to remember how I did them.
Yeah, well, Kath won't be forgetting how she got hers for a while.
Go away, Janet. Why don't you take a walk somewhere for a while?
Why don't you tell her Connors did it? Why the big secret? Everybody else knows.
I said take a walk.
Is that true, Kath? Did that stinking Rita do that?
It's all right. We'll just forget about it.
Yeah, let them lap up their glory. They know they've got us licked.
No, stinking Rita. She's not going to hurt you again, the mongrel. Oh, get out!
Let go, you idiot! With any luck, we'll get rid of Connors once and for all. Worth it, don't you reckon? Let's give her a few minutes to sort them all out. Then we'll go and see the fallen heroes.
Right.
I'd given a miss if I were you, Lurch.
Oh, get out! I was real good at this when I was a kid. Just got to get me timing right.
It's a bit hard when you got a face that'd stop a clock.
Oh, big joke! What is this? Pick on Alice week or something? Hey! Let her go! What do you think you're doing? It's not gonna hurt Kath then. Look! Do something! Ryan!
What on earth's happening around here?
This could backfire, you know.
Stop worrying. The screws are on their meal break. We'll be right.
You let her go, you bitch! Kath, you're killing her!
Let this place be out by morning.
Baby! Something's wrong, Lurch! Something's wrong! Bitch, you killed her kid! I'm gonna get this out! I can't lose the kid! I can't!
Someone would have told us how she is by now, eh?
Oh, you know the screws. There's a way of keeping us in suspense. They'll find it.
Didn't hear no ambulance. That might mean she's okay, eh?
She better be. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some trail bike riding over someone's face. I reckon we pick up where we left off. Get Merle to jump him. Take them by surprise while they're not expecting anything.
No, what if Lexi loses her baby? They'll reckon I done it.
Look, we don't know what's happened yet. There's no point worrying.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you cared about what happened to her. Not me. I don't give a stuff. Teach her for being such a big head. I don't like creeps talking about friends of mine like that. Do something, will you? She's hurting me. Anytime, you just say
No, I don't want to make no more trouble.
She means it, Connors.
Did you find out anything about Lex?
Well, I managed to work my way into the sick bay. I said I had a migraine, but you know me, I can
Yeah, well,
talk
so
my
is it
way around
serious
anyway.
or not?
She wasn't even there.
Well, did you look in the ward?
No, Lexi, anyway, just poor old Nance and Julia. Nancy had blood poisoning or something.
Geez, I don't get it. Well, we was just saying we didn't hear no ambulance.
Of course not. Lexi's in with the mums. She's perfectly fine.
The kid's okay too, then?
Perfectly. I mean, that doesn't mean to say that it wasn't a close call. I mean, Sister was furious, and that's why she wants Lexi to spend the night in maternity. She's going to have to learn to be more careful.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, it's others who are going to have to be more careful. Come on, do you want to finish that game, Luke?
Don't blame him for hating me. It was rotten what I done to Lexi.
Now, I thought we agreed that was an accident.
But that's me trouble, Kath. I get all steamed up about something and I just don't know what I'm doing. I know.
Well, maybe I can help you not to get so steamed up.
Bit late for that now. Once they find out what happened, they'll do me for sure.
No one's going to lag on you, Merle.
But they'll send me back to that other place anytime they like.
C Block?
Funny Farm.
Oh, you mean the asylum?
Yeah, you see? You think I'm a real dummy now, don't
Of
you?
course I don't. I'm your friend, aren't I?
That's why I hate the name Looney.
Come on. There's no need to get so worked up about it.
You don't know what it was like. It was worse than being caught in one of Captain Cosmo's laser beams. At least he didn't go around sticking needles in people and calling them crazy. I'm not crazy, Kath. I just like a few comics and stuff. What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
These docs kept asking me what I thought of when I read them. I don't think nothing. Just like looking at them heroes stopping all the baddies from taking over. It doesn't make me a loony, does it, Kath?
You are not a loony, Merle. Far from it.
You're lucky, I reckon, having mates like Janet.
I wouldn't call her a mate exactly. It's just sometimes you have to go along with
I never had no friends. They all just pretending so I could bam someone. You're not like that, Kath, eh? Just pretending like them others.
I'm not like the others at all.
No. You're me mate.
Oh, not after the fight.
Nah, it's a bloody bed's here. It's either freezing the feet off or kiss my knees all night.
Oh, yes, top dog, you would have a problem. Listen, why don't we get the workshop to design you a beautiful bed?
Hey,
Big
just heard Chuck's getting married tomorrow.
You're kidding?
No, it's true. Steve told her last night.
Oh, what about a dress? She'll have nothing to wear. I'll have to finish mine now.
We'll buy her one today. Go on, Laurie.
Hey, Maxwell and her mates are coming. They gave me heaps when I passed them. We're going to get them today.
No, we'll wait till after Chucky's wedding. We don't want to miss out on that, eh? No. Then we'll thump the hell out of them, don't you worry. Well, what do you know? The three little porkers, we were just talking about you.
So I gathered.
I want a truce till after Julie's wedding. The last person who called me a chicken still waiting for the scars to heal. We'll settle up after the wedding, 2 days' time.
She didn't waste much time.
Are you agreeing or not?
Fair enough.
Oh, what's wrong with now?
You heard 2 days' time.
I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, you're giving in too easy.
Oh, use your brains. It gives us 2 more days to get Vicky and Deb back on side. Maybe a couple of others as well.
The only way we'll get them is for her to punch Connors out. The sooner the better.
They'll come round if we offer them some more coke. You've still got some, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's my own supply. There's no way I'm
We're
sharing that
not
around.
risking trouble for Merle. Just do it.
Hey, Kath, you better hurry. The water's going cold.
Thanks, Merle. It's you.
We've got some talking to do, Maxwell.
Look, I'm not feeling very well.
You're not organising very well either. I hear you blew a perfect opportunity to do Connors. You're not going soft on me, are you?
Who told you?
Nothing goes on in here that I don't hear about. Now, why didn't you let Jones finish her off?
I couldn't. The minute she saw what happened to Lexi, she crumpled.
And you let a perfect opportunity slip by. Oh, I had big hopes for this partnership when I set it up, Maxwell, and you have let me down badly.
There'll be other opportunities.
Then you'd better see that there are, because I've taken a hell of a risk with you in setting up... Oh, no, you don't.
What's going on? I was just going to the toilet. There are a law against that, isn't there?
Yes, there is, listening to other people's conversations. Now, how much did you hear?
Nothing, I
How
swear.
much?
Nothing I haven't heard before. Right, Kath?
I had to. The women were asking questions. I needed some backup for this story about my sister-in-law, so they wouldn't think you were involved.
Just trying to do the right thing by you, Miss Ferguson.
Then show me. I want Egbert's wedding disrupted, totally. And I want Jenkins and Connors blamed for it.
God, you don't want much, do you?
We'll do it. Guaranteed.
Warned you not to let her find out. Oh, it didn't do any harm, did it? We still got her on side.
By the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, well, so what if she buys out? We go it alone.
Oh, just like that, huh?
Yeah. I've been sussing out some of the girls this morning. I was right. All they're waiting for is for Looney to flatten Connors.
I told you not to call her that.
Jeez, for someone who wants to survive in this dump, you sure got a funny way of going about it.
Marvellous has dedicated his miraculous.
Oh, you read for a while. It's hard. Captain Marvellous has dedicated his miraculous powers to constant war against the evil of criminals who would prey on the helpless and the innocent.
Go on.
Later. Only you have to do the reading, all right? It's the only way you'll learn.
The only way she's going to learn is with a brain transplant. Get lost. I've got business to talk over.
Her name is Merle. Now ask properly.
Yeah, right. Do you mind? I want to talk to Kath. Just for a while.
Don't talk to her like that. Ever. What do you want?
The coke's almost run out. We need more. We keep the supply up and we've got Vicky and Debbie back on side.
Until the first sign of trouble.
I'm getting to that. First up's the coke. You've got to get the freak to bring more in.
She'll never buy that, not regularly.
No dope, no backup. That's the first condition.
What else?
The girls want to see that Rita can be, reasoned with.
How?
You get Looney to beat the hell out of her.
No.
What?
That's out.
What do you think she's here for? That's why the freak got her transferred.
I'll think of something else.
We're talking about Rita and Alice, not Snugglepot and Cuddlepie. There is nothing else. You've got to use Looney.
All right. But my way.
It gives me the creeps the way you act with that nufty. Getting her comics and reading to her. Why?
Get out of here. I've got some thinking to do. Janet told me about her visitor.
Unload it as soon as it gets in.
Some of the women want credit.
No credit. If they haven't got cash, give them bank slips.
Well, how am I supposed to arrange?
I'll supply them.
You surprised me.
No?
I spent half the night trying to figure out how to get you to bring more stuff in. I didn't think you'd go for it. And then bingo, all off your own bat.
I can be very enterprising.
Or money hungry.
There's more at stake here than money. You pull this off and Connors will be all through.
And if it blows up in our faces?
If it blows up, it's in your face and the governor's.
I see. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
More than you know. Now, what about the wedding?
Well, I've arranged something.
I don't want details. Just action.
You know, I have to hand it to you, Miss Ferguson. You're smart. In a repulsive sort of way. Understand?
Like tying cans and bottles to the back of a car.
Right, but Julie's not going anywhere, so we can't do that.
Oh, no. Anyway, this will be better. I'm going to go and tell the others.
No, Merle. This is a very secret game. It's just between you and me and Janet.
Oh, why do we have to tell her?
I see your point. But we don't leave Janet out of anything.
Right.
You run along now, not a word.
Oh, nah. I'll keep secrets real good.
That's what my little sister brought in for us.
Good.
I reckon we ought to do a quality control test, don't you?
There's no time for that. We've got a busy day ahead of us. Debbie and Vicky will distribute this. I've arranged it with them.
Like hell.
Shut up and listen. We won't be able to do it. There's a good chance that by the end of the day we'll be in solitary. All for a good cause.
What are you talking about?
The wedding. I've figured out how to wreck it.
Well, forget it. There's no way I'm going to the pound over some bloody wedding.
We won't be lonely. Connors and Jenkins will be up there with us. In fact, with some luck, they'll be up there alone.
That'd leave the field wide open.
Not to be nervous.
Really?
Oh, here we are. You might find it here somewhere. Put it on. It's pale blue, but at least it's blue.
I'm already wearing one.
Take it off.
Oh, I have to go to the rec room, make sure the flowers are all right.
Oh, no. I'll do that.
Why?
Steve might see you. It's the worst possible luck of all for the groom to see the bride before the wedding. Catastrophic.
Catastrophic. I never dreamed weddings had so many pitfalls.
I didn't want you playing a game. Tough, because I'm playing in a hurry. I've had enough. No, wait. Sorry. I'm taking it too seriously, okay? All right. Right. You count up to 100. I've got to get to the shower. 1, 2. Make it 50. 1, 2, 3.
Everything's under...
Looking for someone?
What's this?
The end of a truce.
Where's Julie?
Hidden. Tell that to Rita and Alice and tell them to come to the shower block. Alone.
We're at the wedding.
What wedding?
And that brings it all up to date, except for the report on Sullivan. Well, you certainly look the part. How do you do, Mrs.
Ryan. Amy Ryan. I'm Stephen's mother. You must be Anne Reynolds.
Yes, I'm very pleased to meet you.
You have to sign in, Mother. Everything okay?
Fine. How are you feeling?
Well, like a groom, I think.
Well, enjoy it. Next stage is an old married man.
Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. Stephen mustn't know.
No, of course not.
I was upset.
I understand. You've come to realise Julie's a lovely girl.
Mother, you'll have to go through a security check. This is Joan Ferguson, the Deputy Governor, my mother.
Sorry, Mrs. Ryan. It's unusual procedure for a wedding.
Well, it's quite an unusual wedding.
Nevertheless, I'm sure it's going to be a very happy day.
33. Some kind of trap. I said just the two of you.
You, fairy godmother, out.
Go on. And don't say anything. We don't want the screws finding out.
What is this?
Oh, just a little game.
What have you done to Chook?
Where is she, Maxwell? It's all part of the game. Merle was
Shut
having
up. All right. Why don't you just step inside and we'll talk about it? That's what you want, isn't it?
Now, get him! Looney should be here. I'll kill us. I'm gonna kill you, Maxwell. What have you done with her?
Come on, where is she? I'll quick and stop her. Help! Break it up! Break it up! Now, what the hell is going on? A setup.
Today of all days, I thought you'd exercise some control. Instead, you seem determined to upset all our efforts.
You
to see the
believe
wedding
what you
go
like.
well.
I'm just telling you we didn't start it.
Then who did? Maxwell? Williams? It wasn't obvious to you who started it? No.
No one did. We were just running around looking for Chook and happened to bump into him, right, Lurch?
Yeah. Maxwell?
Sounds plausible.
I suggest solitary, Governor. Obviously wasting our time here.
Thank you, Miss Ferguson. 24 hours, Mrs. Morris.
But what about Chook's wedding?
You should have thought of that before.
There won't be a wedding if they haven't found Chook yet.
And check on Egbert, Mrs. Morris.
You better hope they throw away your
That's
key.
enough, Connors, or you'll be there for a week.
I'll go and see what I can find out.
Just leave it, Miss Ferguson. It can wait till after the wedding.
Oh, no. Not this time it can't.
They'll all be after you now, trying to stuff up Chook's wedding.
Shut up, Jenkins. Hey, I'm talking to you.
I reckon she's so scared she can't talk, Rick. Probably gibbering in the corner.
You okay, Kath?
Never felt better.
You finally bit off a bit more than you could chew, Maxwell. It's going to be fun making you spit it out.
Don't kid yourself, Connors. You've had it and you know it. I mean it. I've got one thing you haven't that'll guarantee you end up on the dung heap. Brains.
You're right, Lurch. She's finally blown a gasket.
Yeah, don't sit down, Maxwell. You'll squash him.
We've still got Looney. She'll mash you to mincemeat when she gets out. Oh, that big pussycat won't try anything. And Maxwell won't make her. Gone soft on her, right, kid killer?
I don't need her, Connors. Brains will win over brawn any time.
Well, if you got no muscle, you get your brains beaten to a pulp. And I'm not used to anyone then.
Oh, I don't know. Her and Mel would get on real well if that happened.
Yeah!
You'll be laughing on the other side of your face.
I don't care how long it takes. I'll wipe my feet on you, I swear it.